time. Like, I can't out here anymore. Like, I don't want to. I'm ready. I'm ready to walk alone. Because I don't want to deal with the bullshit out here. Like, I don't want to deal with all it is out here is I just want attention. I just want attention. Give me attention. Give me attention. And then maybe I'll see. Like, I'm not doing none of that shit. Like, bitch, your time is not more important than my time. I'm great, motherfucker. I'm the bomb, bitch. Just because you don't recognize that, it's not my fault. Like, I used to be that guy. I went through every single one of my relationships, even this last one, thinking that I wasn't that guy, as that guy. That guy, I'm nice. Yeah, I'm nice. Unfortunately, I'm a people pleaser. I'm real non-confrontational with the people that are in my life. Anybody on the street can get it. Like, but I show more patience with people in my life. Like, they do a lot of wiping their feet on me, taking advantage of my niceties. You know what I'm saying? Just counting on me to be who I am so they can get what they need out of me. In all my last relationships, I didn't understand what dry begging was. I heard the term, but I never understood it. You know what I'm saying? I just barely started understanding it 2 weeks ago. Like, I couldn't connect with the term because I didn't see it in my life. But finally, I see it in my life now, and it's always been in my life. Motherfucking dry begging ass women. You know, it's a lot of things that I thought I was awake to, and I wasn't. And I appreciate my last relationship for that, because once I got out of that last relationship, of course I'm gonna go in the cave and I'm gonna start working on myself to understand myself and what I did in that relationship, what was my part, and honestly what wasn't my part. But I appreciate that last relationship because it made me look at things a lot different, because I felt that I was as good as I felt like I was the best that I've ever been emotionally and mentally in that relationship. I showed patience. I gave grace, and I showed vulnerability and love, like communication, saying, hey, I don't like that, and listening to when somebody says what they want and what they don't want. You know, unfortunately, I guess I wasn't meeting their wants. It changes every week of what they want, and then when I start meeting that request, they change it, and then I'm not meeting that request. You know, but I'm steadily getting somebody telling me, don't do this, don't do that, this is how you treat me, don't do this, do that, don't do that. But they not doing nothing to pay attention to me. All they have is more demands and more problems. But my efforts go unnoticed. My efforts are being spent, but it's not reciprocated. You know. But back to dry begging. Dry begging. I'm a TV kid. You know, I get my romance and the way you're supposed to love and all that shit from TV, from movies, from shows. You know, that Disney that fake ass Disney shit. I'm one of those ones. That propaganda got me good, you know. And that shit is not true, you know. So being a TV kid, the romance that you're shown is be a good man, give your woman all she wants, happy wife, happy life, or, you know, all that shit. So in my last relationship, that's why I attributed is what I figured out, is because I remember her saying, I never asked you for nothing. I didn't ask you to buy me anything. No, you didn't, but you did a lot of talking about the things that you wanted and hoping on the things that you wanted. And because I'm a TV kid and happy wife, happy life, and treat her like a princess, and she shouldn't want for nothing. When you're wanting out loud without putting the pressure on me to do it, that's dry begging. So what I would do is be like, oh, my girl, she wants this, so I would go out and buy it. Oh, she mentioned this, I'm gonna go out and buy it because it was mentioned, and then the next thing you know, she would have it. And I didn't understand that. I couldn't understand throughout all my relationships why the motherfuckers always ended up with everything they wanted. Like shoes, clothes, hair. You know what I'm saying? Beauty products, whatever. They always ended up with what they wanted. They always got what they want from me, but I never got shit in return. When I tell a motherfucker in the door, I like socks, drawers, and t-shirts. I'm easy. That's like, but you can't pay attention to me enough to buy me the type that I want. You just gonna go out and buy any old shit when that's not what I told you. I don't like thin socks. I don't like these types of this. Like, all you have to do is go in my drawer and pick up my sock and just buy the same goddamn thing. But you can't pay attention enough to me because you don't give a fuck enough about me. Because you're too busy using me to get what you want. So you can't give me what I want. Which is some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I realized that throughout all my relationships, all I wanted was a motherfucker to put the same effort in that I was putting in on them. And I don't give a fuck if that means buying me shit. Yeah, nigga, buy me some shit, nigga. Cause I'm buying you shit. I'm dropping money on you, bitch. You can't drop no money on me. You can't spend no money on a nigga because you don't really like a nigga. You're just here to use a nigga. And that's some bullshit. It's wrong. And it hurts too. It hurts. Because I'm over here, happy wife, happy life. And you have fuck you, bitch. And you motherfuckers is over here, take. Like, if I tell you, like, I ask you if you can cook because I want you to cook. I don't want you to cook every day. I'm domesticated too. I can hold my own, bitch. I've been surviving without you. But it makes me feel like you give a fuck about me. Because if you ask me to cook you something, I'm going to get the fuck in there and cook it. Motherfuckers come over here with me and they think it's a sit back. Because I do a lot of work and I put in a lot of work. And all I want is a bitch to treat me the same. Like this one motherfucker I just arguing with yesterday. Like, bitch, if you fucking with me, you would be here. If you fucking with me, you will be texting me and saying, what's up, what you doing? I'm trying to see you, all that shit. But you're not doing none of that shit. You're trying to get me to chase you and be up under your ass. Like, bitch, grown ass man. You know what I'm saying? And you done. You ain't got shit going in your life to make me want to. I'm not talking to you like that. We talking on some fuck shit. know what I'm saying? But you want me to text you all the time and give you all this motherfucking attention when you're not texting me, ain't trying to be around. When I ask you, what's up, let's kick it, you coming with some lame-ass excuse. Like, this is how funny style bitches is. I start the conversation out. Hey, what's up? How you doing? I was thinking about you. I'm trying to see you. I'm trying to kick it with you. You know what I'm saying? You got time? It's a yes or no question. But instead of that, the motherfucker want to start arguing and shit. Wasn't we supposed to be doing this and we'll be having some more? And why you ain't calling me? Like, I'm going to say this lame ass shit. It's a two-way street. If you wanted to fuck with a nigga, you would make efforts to fuck with a nigga. And you don't. So when I make efforts, when I come at you and say, hey, I'm trying to kick it to you, want to kick it, I want to see you. You just want to argue with me. Why? Like, it don't make no sense. Either you want to fuck with me or you don't. And obviously you don't, because you keep making excuses, but you keep taking my phone calls because it's something to do. Like, friends with benefits is just that. Like, I'm really been talking to you all the time. Like, let me call you up, see if you got time. Let's go out to eat. Let's hang out. You know what I'm saying? For a little bit, and that's that for that day. Why do I need to be talking to you all, texting you all day? I'm not trying to pursue you. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck is that? Like, bitch, you got it fucked up. You got this whole friends with benefits. You got it fucked up because you want me to approach you like we're talking, and we're not. I'm not trying to fall for nobody. I'm not trying to get into a relationship, and that's what you're trying to do. Occupy all my time for what? For when I ask you, do you want to come over? You're still giving me some lame ass excuse of why you can't come over? Like, no. I'm not doing none of that shit. Bitch, get somebody else to entertain you. I'm not your entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Like, same with the bitch who gave me dry begging. She was dry begging. You know what I'm saying? You got all this conversation for me. The first 2 days, and then on the third day when we're chatting, you're gonna tell me, you're gonna start talking about your phone and how you lost your iPhone and that the screen is broken and everything is all fucked up. You know, okay, so that's what you want to talk about. That's the conversation that you brought up. Okay, I'm gonna entertain your conversation, ask you questions about the situation. You know, and I'm like, damn, you know, that's an iPhone. That shit's gonna be expensive to fix. Then you drop the price on me. Oh, it's gonna cost $350 or more. Dry begging. Point blank. If my phone was fucked up, I would have never brought it to you. Unless you was trying to text me or call me and shit, and I wasn't getting back, I would tell you, hey, I lost my phone, the screen's all fucked up and shit like that, so I might not be able to chat with you as much until I get my phone done. And that's that. We would have never had a whole all-day conversation about your phone being broke and how it's all fucked up and you can't see shit and you trying to find a place to fix it. And then you dry begging. That's what you're doing. So when you tell me it costs $350, I was like, damn, that's a bit much. And I tell you what kind of phone you got, and you tell me the type of phone, and I call a place to see how much it's gonna cost, and the dude tell me off the bat $100 cheaper than what you said, and then he told me it was 2 ways it could be fixed. One way it was gonna be $190, and one way it was gonna be $250. And he said that he would work with the situation. He said he would work with you. So I send you that information, and you tell me I don't need help finding another place. I already got a place. And I tell you this is $100 cheaper, and he got another way that's cheaper, and you tell me I'm gonna stick with the place I got? What you showed me was that you was trying to get the money out of nigga And that's that. Because if I'm telling you something cheaper and you ain't going with it for whatever reason, like, I'm not falling for that bullshit, bitch. Okay, so that was the situation. So then the next day, I don't hit you up because I realized that that's what was up. And then the day after that, when I hit you up and try to talk about some of my shit, you know what I'm saying? You don't have no enthusiasm. You don't have no interest in what I'm talking about. I'm asking you a question for your opinion, and you're going to tell me you don't got nothing to say about that. But 2 days ago, before I didn't offer up that $350 for your fucking phone, we had conversation, you know what I'm saying? All that shit like that. Like, your time ain't worth no money at all. At all. Yo, you as if you think that you important, I'm important too. You fine, bitch, I'm fine too. I got more going on than you do. And I'm not about to chase no bitch who on some bullshit ass games trying to use a nigga. I'm not that use a nigga no more. I'm tired of that shit. I'm tired of a motherfucking broke ass bitch thinking because she got a motherfucking pussy and some titties that I gotta pay to spend time with her. Your time ain't worth nothing. You ain't worth nothing. Your entertainment ain't worth nothing. I can get some pussy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna be all up under you because you want me to be all up under you. No. I'm not doing none of that. You know? So, if it wasn't for my last relationship, I would not have been able to see that she was dry begging. I wouldn't have been none the wiser that she was dry begging. I'd have just thought the bitch was talking about her phone, and my empathy would have kicked in, and oh, maybe I can help her. You know what I'm saying? She's struggling, damsel in distress, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, fuck a damsel. Let that bitch stay in distress because she's the one that got herself there, not you. Her choices is why she's distressed, not you. These motherfuckers around the world think that it's your job to pay they way. You a grown-ass woman. Why you ain't getting it on your own? It's because your mama taught you to use what you got to get what you want. Fuck you, lazy-ass bitch. I don't respect none of that shit. I don't respect your hustle. I don't respect none of that. I don't respect no bitch. Married or not, in a relationship or not, sitting at home, letting a motherfucker take care of them. Because that's the way it's supposed to be. No, bitch. That's not the way it's supposed to be. It's a partnership. It's a fucking business. In a business and a partnership, it's not just one person working towards the goal. Your housework and shit, is not valuable enough. Because I can get down the same way, even better. I can get down just like you can get down. You know what I'm saying? Pull your fucking weight like I pull my fucking weight. Stop counting on motherfuckers. Count on yourself. You know what I'm saying? All you motherfuckers talking about you broke and you can't do it. You can't do it. You can't do it. That's why you trying to get another motherfucker to do it. Trying to guilt somebody and say they broke. I'll be broke. I'll be broke all day for you. All fucking day. I got no problem. Yep. It don't hurt my feelings that you calling me broke. I know the truth. You don't. You know what I'm saying? And the last relationship, you know, it really taught me how these motherfuckers is out there. Like this motherfucker, I told the motherfucker because, you know, she was coming back and forth. I said, you know, you don't gotta leave. I basically said you can move in if you want. You know, you don't have to leave. This motherfucker moved in and quit her job without telling me, without talking to me about it. You know what I'm saying? And then just expected a nigga to hold the weight. Now, I ain't gonna front, you know, it wasn't a big deal. It wasn't a big deal at first that she wasn't working. It's my place. I've been paying the bills. I pay the bills. I have motherfuckers. I have my mama live with me before. You know what I'm saying? That's not the problem. The problem was you quit your job without talking to me about it. You expected me to pay all the bills like that's what I'm supposed to do, and you're just supposed to sit at home all day and do your punk ass lashes. You can't even get no fucking lashes appointments, and then when you get your lashes appointments, you're not doing nothing with that money to put in on this house. You saving it for yourself and holding on to your shit. While I'm paying for everything, I'm paying for all the weed and shit. You staying home all day smoking up the fuck. We going through an ounce of weed every fucking week because you at home all fucking day smoking the weed, not doing a motherfucking thing. You don't think that I know that, like, you think, oh, I'll clean the house and I cook more than you. Like, you don't think I know that you getting out of the bed 30 minutes before I get home to fake like you cleaning up, like you been doing some shit? Like, that was some bullshit, you know? So like I was saying, like, I didn't have a problem with it at the beginning. I started to have a problem with it because what you were showing me was that you wasn't never gonna get no job. Like, you was like, oh, I can get a job real quick. You know, I ain't worried about it. I'm gonna find something. Down here in San Diego, you sat on the couch for 6 months, 6 or 7 months, not doing a motherfucking thing. Then when I started putting pressure on you, telling you need to get a fucking job, you know what I'm saying? It's not about me wanting you to get a job so you can pay some bills and do all that shit. You need to get a fucking job so you can get the fuck up out of here and you can get your life together. You know what I'm saying? Because you need to be able to pay for your shit. You need to be able to go half on this weed. And you need to be able to pay something around here. And what I'm asking for is for you to pay $50 a month for gas and electric, because you use that shit all day. You're here all fucking day running gas and electric. Yeah, you gonna pay for that shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You here all fucking day running gas and electric. The fucking bill is up. The bill is up because of you. Yeah, you're gonna pay 50 funky ass dollars so I can feel like you putting in here instead of taking advantage of a motherfucker like you was doing. So when I kept putting pressure on a motherfucker to get a job, they get the job, right? They get the job, but then the bitch will walk off the job 1 day later, 1 or 2 days later. Oh, I don't like it there. They treated me like this. They treated me like that. I went through that shit 3 times with a bitch getting a fucking job and then walking off the fucking job 2 or 3 days later. 3 times I went through that shit. And I should have known who you was, because you would be like, oh, I could just go get a little job for 2 weeks and get a check. All these things you were saying I was ignoring, and you was telling me who the fuck you was over and over and over again. You was telling me who the fuck you was. You was telling me you didn't want to work. You was telling me in so many different ways you didn't want to do this, you didn't want to do that. And that's why I appreciate her. It's because after we broke up, when I was in the cave, I sat there and I paid attention to that shit. And I said, she was telling you everything. Throughout the whole relationship, she was telling you she didn't want to be here. She didn't really fuck with you. She was telling me, but my weak ass wasn't listening. I was too busy trying to people please. Like, just too busy trying to people please. Trying to keep her happy because she always seems so not happy. When, for what? There ain't shit here to be not happy about. But that was manipulation. To keep pulling away from me. It's manipulation. Making it seem like we're doing bad in the relationship when nothing was wrong. Coming home from work when you finally did, the job finally did stick, and complaining and arguing with me about shit that people did at work, the way you feel somebody was doing at work, putting all your fucking shit on me. I'm not your emotional baggage claim. It's not my job to regulate your emotions and your anxiety. You know what I'm saying? So, when I got out of that relationship, and like I said, I went in the cave, I said to myself, why didn't you pay attention to all the shit? Like she was telling you. She was telling you in the door what it was. You know what I'm saying? And you just kept going. And that was my fault. That was my fault. I should have walked away from her as soon as we got back from Hawaii, honestly.